Here's a box plot. You use this command, box plot, and so box plot X, and so it have a graph like this. And I will illustrate this graph for you because here is the line, underline here is the minimum. Minimum is a 2.5, okay? And maximum is a 5.8. And from minimum to maximum, and we take maximum minus minimum is a range, sample range that we studied previous section. And here, what is a box source? Box will sort here is oh my god, how do I say? Do you remember NP quantile? Quantile X. What's wrong? I check it again. Quantile, oh sorry, I forgot one parameter is a 10%, now is a 25%. 25% is a 2.95. It's a here 2.95 is called the Q1. Q1 is mean that from minimum to this value is about the 25%. Proportion here is a 25. And from minimum to this line is a median. The red line is the median. The median NP quantile, median equals the NP quantile 50%. It means that's 0.5. So it's 3.6. You see that here's a 3.6. From mean to this value is about the 50%. People call this line is Q2. Q2. Here's a Q1, here's a Q2. And what is a Q3? Q3 is mean that is a quantile of 75%. It's a 4.6. This line is a 4.6. It means that from minimum to this point is about the 75% value of the data. From mean to here is a 25%. From mean to Q3 here is a 75%. So from Q1 to Q3, it costs 50%. So this box is shows the value of the data about the 50% of all the data. And here's the median. Okay, so if the box is long, its mean variance is large. If the box is small, it's short, it means that the variance is small. Okay, so when we see the box, you see that the variance samples variant big or small. And here, from this point to this point, here's a maximum of call that is the quantile 100. All of the data smaller than the maximum. Okay. And we return back about the theory. Is here, okay? Here's the minimum, is the maximum, and here's the 50%, 25%, 20%, 75%, and maximum. However, some case, we see that is the outlier. How people find out the outlier? It have the new concept. The concept here. The concept here is the inner quantile rank. And I have just shown you the lower quantile is the Q0.5, upper quantile is the Q3 is the quantile 0.75, and inner quantile rank. What is the inner quantile rank? Here, inner quantile rank. People call that is UIQR. IQR equal upper quantile minus inner lower quantile. Lower is the fixed 0.25 and upper is the 0.75. Here's the IQR. IQR for this data is this value. How does people find out the outlier? The outlier. They consider this point is the upper quantile minus 1.5 minus 1.5 times IQR. So we have the outlier in the lower, and in the upper we take all of the value from the upper quantile plus 1.5 IQR. When I show you that by the code, all the value is the outlier. Outlier. If it's more than quantile up quantile, I call it the outlier. I take the 1 point here's for the left. Okay, outlier is the left minus 1.5. You can use another constant here, maybe -1, -2, -3, up to you. How we have this point, we have the theory about the sigma in the future. IQR and outlier on follow the right, left or right, or up and down, depending on you draw the box plot, follow the direction. It's here, up above quantile, plus, here's plus 1.5 IQR. If we have this value, all of the value of the data small this value or big, larger or greater than 7. So it consider is the outlier of this data. However, you see that this data set, no, there is no outlier. However, if you add more 1 point smaller than 0.4 or greater than 7 is considered is the outlier. I show you here. It's a x. Yeah, equal x here. Now is a 10 example. Okay. Sorry. It's open. Not open. It's not true. Maybe I fix in the future. Another way.
Cô ơi, hết giờ rồi cô ạ.
Okay, wait me for a moment. Only one. Okay, here. You see that? 10 is the outlier. Okay? Now it's the end of the lesson of this week. You see that you understand the sample range, sample standard deviation, sample variance, inner IQR, lower quantile, upper quantile median, mean median, histogram, population sample, statistic engineering. Now, finish this lesson this week. I will give you all the exercise of the chapter 1 in the textbook. Okay, please deliver on time. Okay, goodbye and see you next week.
Goodbye, teacher.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, teacher.
Goodbye, teacher.
Goodbye.
Thank you.
Bye,
See
teachers.
you.
Goodbye, teacher.